Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. My name is Amar Hussain, and we're doing our topical debate about around current affairs and what's happening in locally, nationally, and internationally. And we've got our chief guest with us who has been doing this kind of stuff, geopolitics, current affairs, for many decades. He likes me when I tell him that he's been doing it for many decades. His name is Abdul Jabbar, and Assalamu alaikum, Abdul Jabbar sahab.
Walaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
We've got several topics today, and one of those topics is on the independent inquiry relating to Afghanistan. The reason why we're doing this is not many people have come across this. When I speak to people, they don't really tell me, oh, this is somewhat new. They haven't, for some reason, heard anything about this. And the other topics we are going to talk about is the Muslim hero who takes out a shooter in Sydney. Obviously, we need to talk about the background around that. And the ISI chief who has been sentenced to 14 years imprisonment. I think these are our topics, and I think there's loads of things happening. I think the last time we came, there were other things happening and things changed. I think we had a couple of weeks break for various reasons. So let's first of all go to this independent inquiry which is relating to Afghanistan. And even I didn't come across this, and when I did come across this, I was pretty shocked and surprised. Right, there's ongoing inquiry where what they found is 80 people were killed by members of the British SAS. So that's a special unit, and they, for some reason, I'm guessing in actual fact there's probably a lot more. And what is this inquiry, Abdul Jawad sir?
Well, as you rightly said, the ongoing inquiry, which is being led by Lord Justice Haddon Cave, is looking into the claims that 80 people were summarily killed by members of 3 different British SAS units operating in Afghanistan. So just to basically, if you're looking what the inquiry is looking into, is the former director of UK Special Forces and other senior military officers tried to cover up concerns that SAS units were carrying out unlawful killings in Afghanistan. This inquiry has heard, and a senior Special Forces whistleblower said the chain of command failed to stop these killings.
Right. Okay. So what? So it's looking to. What is it looking into? Is it looking into some kind of dodgy, kind of, people who are going above and beyond what they should have done? Is it some kind of cover up, or is it orders from the top?
It's a cover up, meaning that when these events were taking place, there was a whistleblower who was also a member of the UK's Special Forces in Afghanistan, and he raised this with his seniors, meaning the director of the Special Forces UK who was overlooking the whole event, the whole events that were taking place, and he was responsible, as he was, warned or told by these people, the whistleblower, to stop these killings, unlawful killings.
Interesting. Why is it made the news now? Why now? But this is, I think, there was the first raised concern was in February 2011.
So this inquiry has been ongoing, and like you're saying, it's not stopped yet. So it's gonna continue into getting the facts and everything that's been the accusations, they are going to be looked into and found. They want to know what the facts are. So this is why it's a continuous inquiry. It's going to be. It started, like you rightly said, was in 2011, and that failure allegedly allowed them to continue until 2013. So that was what was happening. So 2011,
So did they keep this quiet?
they covered it up.
So the British
basically.
government.
No, it's like
It's a military
these
force.
units. As you know, the army has a hierarchy. So there's if you report it to your seniors, they're supposed to look into it and stop it.
So it's actually reported to the director of special forces.
Yeah, it was reported, like you said,
It wasn't.
the alarm.
It wasn't reported to the manager or his supervisor. It's reported to the top dog kind of thing.
Yeah, so the director of these special services, SAS units, they were the former director of UK Special Forces, and other senior military officers tried to cover up concerns that SAS units were carrying out unlawful killings in Afghanistan. So that obviously, the inquiry is looking into this, and already obviously there's all other questions. I mean, that need to be answered, and this inquiry is not a criminal inquiry, and it's not. It's just an inquiry. So this they're looking so that they can learn lessons from this, and these things don't happen in the future.
Yeah, I think obviously there's a lot of illegal activities happening. It looks like, even though probably the war was illegal as well, but we're looking at a lot of illegal. I'm just going to read this quote which I found quite interesting. So this particular individual who's whistleblower, shall we say, N1466. So they give him a number. Obviously, I don't know when the report's going to be finalized, but is there a date when the report's going to be finalized, or do we know, or is there still?
It's still ongoing, and the families and relatives have come forward. So you're rightly what you're saying about the whistleblower. He is only referred to by the cipher N1466. He said basically first flagged concerns about possible war crimes to the director of special forces and others in February 2011, and the whistleblower says chain of command failed to stop extrajudicial shootings, including of children. And this was after the alarm was raised. According to newly released redacted transcripts of evidence given in secret last year, the officer said, "We could have stopped it in February 2011. Those people who died unnecessarily from that point onwards, there were 2 toddlers shot in their bed next to their parents. All that would not necessarily have come to pass if that had been stopped then."
Yeah, it sounds very horrific, and I'm going to read something what this particular whistleblowing is saying. "We didn't join the UK Special Forces for this sort of behaviour. Toddlers to get shot in their beds or random killings. It's not special, it's not elite, it's not what we stand for, and most of us, I don't believe, would either wish to condone it or to cover it up." So I think what he's trying to say is, this particular individual has gone, on the record to say what's been happening is wrong. They've been killing nail toddlers, kids, in the head, execution style. And I'm hopeful, hopefully, even though it's many years later and there might not be justice, I'm hoping there should be some kind of resolution. I'm still baffled why people have not come across this.
It's in the public domain. I mean, Guardian newspaper and the Lord Justice Harden Cave. If you go to their websites or to their YouTube channel or read the newspaper. The Guardian covered it, so we took that this story on board because it's a very, very sad and shouldn't have taken place. But I'll just basically remind you that what some families have come forward of the children. So the office's allegations appears to refer to the serious injuries sustained by the children of Hussein Uzbakzai and his wife Ruqiyya Halim, Imran and Bilal, who are alleged to have been shot while asleep in their beds during a nighttime operation in the village of Shesh Abba in Nimruz province in 2012. Imran and Bilal's parents were both killed. Speaking to the inquiry in a short video in 2023, the children's uncle Aziz said, even to this day, they are grieving the incident that happened to us. We are asking for the court to listen to these children and bring justice. So there, you got a family who was have been basically the kids have been shot, and so what happened after the leadership became aware of what was going on, and similarly the cipher N1466 alleged that the then director and others tried to suppress information about the alleged criminality. He told the inquiry the director made a conscious decision that he is going to suppress this, cover this up, and do a little fake exercise to make it look like he's done something. So, as you can see, this was going on, and it was the senior leadership who did not do anything. Instead, what they did was they did some some action which was basically not going to change that situation.
I think we've probably seen a lot of this when I get sidetracked. We've seen a lot of circumstances in British India and lots of other places, South Africa, and basically even in Ireland, nothing happens. There's no end result. There's no justice. Do you think this is just going to be the same result, or do you think there's going to be people who are pushing for this? Because I never come across anybody who's talking about this.
Yeah, this kind of thing, these kind of atrocities that are taking place. It's, obviously we're discussing Afghanistan today, but there's also, if you look into what the American troops did in Afghanistan, the CIA, and the Australian is also looking into war crimes or doing its own inquiry. So we need to ask when is this going to stop? When is people that are being killed unlawfully is going to take place?
I think we've seen many instances of unlawfulness from the war, and normally what happens is absolutely nothing. Obviously, Israeli defense forces commit atrocities every day. There's genocide going on there, and still nothing happens.
Yeah, so
even the United Nations do not cover that. The reason why I'm mentioning that is
there's no accountability.
There's no what you call justice, from my opinion, and it does seem that what you call it is getting to that level where we're not going to see any real result, and this is going to be pushed under the carpet. I think, like the Bosnian, was it the Serbian killings where
the UN told them to go a safe haven in Srebrenica and give the weapons up. And what happened was we know what happened with Srebrenica.
And
I
again,
just want to bring back
again we're seeing European people, soldiers, professionals, who are killing innocent, never mind men, women, they're also killing children. How sadistic are they?
Yeah, so basically, as I was mentioning, the director of the special services for Afghanistan, he took the N1466. He told the inquiry the director ordered a review of tactics, techniques, and procedure, which is known as TTP, as a way of avoiding external scrutiny. He said it was plainly clear from the statistics and the patterns that there was something wrong here. I believe he knew it wasn't a problem with the TTP. He added the root problem was the intent to kill. So
Yeah, I think obviously these are professionals. They know exactly what they're doing, and yes, it looks like we're going to end up with another inquiry, long-winded inquiry, where it don't gather any results. Are they going to learn the lessons for the future? For many centuries, I don't think they have. But let's see what happens. I think without further ado, we're going to have a small break before we go on to our next topic.
can I just
yeah.
basically just quickly, the Ministry of Defense statement I've got in front of me, and the Ministry of Defense spokesman said the government is fully committed to supporting the independent inquiry related to Afghanistan as it continues its work, and we are hugely grateful to all former and current defense employees who have so far given evidence. We also remain committed to providing the support that our special services deserve, whilst maintaining the transparency and accountability that the British people rightly expect from their armed forces. It is appropriate that we wait for the outcome of the inquiry's work before commenting further.
Thank you, AJ. Without further ado, we'll have a small break where we'll go into our next topic, which will be on the Muslim hero, or should we, in other people's eyes, Muslim terrorist as well. And then we'll go into the Pakistani politics, which always seems to baffle everyone. So we are going to take a break now. We'll be back in a couple of minutes.